Good morning, everyone. We are coming to you live via Facebook streaming, via YouTube streaming, and also via Skype. Meditation is the nourishment for consciousness. Indeed, meditation is the nourishment for consciousness. When your consciousness starts growing, you need the nourishment of meditation. Meditation is the process that crystallizes your consciousness, takes you to the deeper layers, unravels the layers of unconscious and subconscious deep within you. Consciousness is like a little plant that grows inside of you. In the beginning, it is very delicate and fragile. You have to take immense care of this little plant so that flowers starts blossoming and they start opening its petals. Do not water too much or too little, not to expose it too much to the wind. How to take care of this little plant is indeed the way of the meditation. How to take care of this little plant so that it starts blossoming is the way of meditation. It is good to start feeling that consciousness is growing inside you as a plant. Naturally, in the beginning, it will be very delicate and very fragile. You have to take immense care of this little plant that has just started growing before it becomes capable to sustain itself and then start opening you. You are not to water too much. You are not to water too little or expose it too much to the wind or to the sun. All that is needed are three things. When the tree of your consciousness starts growing, you need more meditation. And there is no limit to meditation, so you need not be worried about that too much meditation can kill the flower. Meditation is always too little because there is always too much ahead of you, and meditation will make the fragile and delicate flower stronger and stronger. You need a silent being. Caring too much can bring anxiety. Being worried too much caring can become a tremendous turmoil in your being, and your very care can destroy the flower even. Instead of caring, you need to be more silent, conscious, and peaceful. This will give strength to something new that has now started growing in you. Too much caring is not necessary because that brings anxiety. Being too much worried will destroy the flower. Instead of caring, you need silence. Silence is the caring. Being conscious, being peaceful, nourishes. It will give strength to something new that is growing in you. For the consciousness to grow, care alone is not needed. Two things are necessary: care and love. Two things are necessary: care and love. Care is more of a technical word, while love is totally different. Care needs certain education. You need to be trained in way of caring. Care is just like a nurse who knows what has to be done and what is right to be done, but there may not be love in the heart. She functions technically correct. Love is like a mother who may not know the art of nursing, and she need not know. Love is enough unto itself. Love is enough unto itself. Love is a mysterious phenomenon. Love knows what is needed. It simply knows without any education. For love to blossom, no education is needed. It evolves from deep within you. So what you need is meditation, love, and the third thing that you may not have thought of at all is joyous life. Because all that is great in you grows only when joy is showering on it. Joy comes like a rainfall. The sun is there in the form of meditation, but the rainfall of joy is necessary. It grows only when you are in a space of blissfulness, when there is laughter, there is song, there is dance. The consciousness grows. So what you need is meditation, love, and the third thing that you may not have thought of at all is joyous life, because all that is great in you grows when joy is showering on it. When joy is showering on it. And consciousness grows only when you are in a space of blissfulness, when there is laughter, when there is song, there is a dance. Consciousness grows. There is no need to become a nurse. Instead, I would like you to become a mother. Instead of being a nurse, be a mother. I want you to be love, not technical knowledge. Because the flower of consciousness do not need technical knowledge. Instead, the flower needs love to grow. This is what the Master does. He showers his love and as care for you. For every seeker that comes in his company. When something inside you grows, it brings new responsibilities. Because now you need more meditation, love, and more joy. This flower inside you can become a burden to you if you do not understand the language of meditation. And this is what usually happens with the people, that they start becoming antagonistic to meditation. This flower inside you can become a burden to you if you do not understand the language of love, the language of meditation, the language of love, the language of blissfulness. You can destroy the flower by your own hands just to get rid of responsibility. With consciousness comes responsibility. But this flower of consciousness is not only responsibility, it is a growth out of you and maturity. The flower is not something that is separate from you. It is your own being. To destroy it means to commit suicide. It is your own growth. But your question is more concerned about the technicalities of care. And I would like you to change the focus. Inner growth does not need any technical knowledge or expertise. All that it needs is very simple and very joyful, and it is not a burden. Meditation will make you lighter, less burdened with all kind of rubbish. If you have really understood meditation, it will make you lighter, less burdened with all kinds of rubbish. Love will give you totally new horizon, new freedoms. Blissfulness will give you wings to move into new skies and new spaces. Make sure you understand this very well. Meditation will make you lighter and less burdened with all kind of rubbish. Love will give you a totally new sky, horizon, and new freedoms. Bliss will give you wings to move into those skies and new spaces. For centuries in the West, the mind has become technically oriented. It has created great technology, great science, but it has destroyed the man completely. The house is full of all kinds of gadgets. Just the master of the house has disappeared and is lost in the wilderness of gadgets. The house is full of all kinds of amenities, gadgets. The only thing is that the master of the house has disappeared in the wilderness of these amenities. East has never been technically oriented. It is more concerned with values than with techniques. For example, in the East, if somebody is sick, then the wife will not be ready for her husband or lover to be taken care of by a nurse. It simply will not come to her mind. This is the time when she is needed, and if love cannot heal, then no other technique is going to heal him. It is not a question of expertise. It is love that cares. It is love that heals. In the West, same situation will have a totally different response. The wife or the husband would like to call a nurse to take care. And it seems, or she seems to be more logical because the nurse is trained in the art of taking care. She knows the know-how. It is argued. But the essence, the love is missing. In the East, it is almost inconceivable that love can be replaced by expertise of any kind. Expertise can be called in only when there is no love. When the wife feels it is a burden, it is a good chance to get rid of this fellow. only then she will call a nurse. And she has a good reason and logic to support her. The doctor will support her that this is the very loving decision. But the reality is just the opposite. It is not the loving decision. Certainly it is not the loving decision. Never ask a master how to take care. Never ask a master how to take care. Ask him how to be more meditative, how to be more loving, how to be more joyful, because that which is growing within you needs nourishment. Your meditation will nourish it. Your joy will give it a warmth, and your love will give it a dignity. Meditation will nourish it. Joy will give warmth to your consciousness, and love will give dignity to your consciousness. Remember this. Never ask a master how to take care. Ask him how to be more meditative, how to be more loving, and how to be more joyful, because that which is growing within you needs nourishment. And where does the nourishment come from? It comes from your meditation. It needs warmth. And where does the warmth comes from? Your joy, your blissfulness, your laughter. And then your love will give it totally a different kind of a dignity. Dignity comes with love. Then the flower begins to appear and open its petals. Meditation is the nourishment for consciousness to grow in you. Only this much for this morning, until tomorrow. Take care and do have a pleasant day.